This is Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, and we're excited for some 2K hoops.
A look now at the starting lineups for both teams. Well, to get to this level, you're already a winner. But who is the best when it comes to taking home titles?
No doubt for me. It's the ultimate winner, Breanna Stewart. She's got all the college titles and multiple WNBA titles.
Same here. For a change, I agree with you, Brian. I mean, Stewart's teams hoist trophies at every level because of her two-way ability. When you got a prolific scorer on one end and a dominant defender on the other.
Courtney Vandersloot for three. And it's rebounded by Satou Sabally. To the middle. Here's Jones. Azurá Stevens with the block.
And so it looks like Liberty will retain possession here.
Ionescu outside.
Lets the three fly. New York, no good that time either.
Pass to Diggins. Back to Vandersloot. 5 to shoot. Outside Stevens. Stolen by Lainey Hamilton. Ionescu. And again, it's the Liberty missing.
You just assume she's going to knock those down when she's as open as she was there.
How about Benijah Lainey Hamilton, the most improved player in 2020?
Well, with players opting out of that season, Lainey Hamilton just lit up the Bradenton Wubble. Then backed it up in 2021 with an all-star nod. Such a great player.
Now here is Ionescu. Outside, Lainey Hamilton. Off target from outside. Here's Diggins. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Courtney Vandersloot for three. The rebound by the Liberty. Down low. Here's Sabally. They now take the lead.
Throwing her weight around down low, Satou Sabally.
And it's the Sky Ball. Still without a basket in the game. Inside, Stevens. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Pass to Jones. Outside, Stewart. Ionescu. Good, and Breanna Stewart gets the assist.
A shot that looks almost automatic for Ionescu, has total confidence in her shooting ability.
Now Cardoso. For three. Stewart grabs the miss. Clock at 6. It's good, and she makes her first shot of the game.
A shot like that is in Stewart's comfort zone. And that's just a result of her determination and really more so her confidence.
Now here's Vandersloot. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Here's Carrington. Sinks the triple.
Talk about falling asleep on defense. I don't know how you can give a shooter like her that much space from beyond the arc.
Here's Ionescu. Here's Lainey Hamilton. And she can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Back in 2020, the Liberty won the draft lottery and took Sabrina Ionescu with the first pick. Good decision.
Oh, a great decision. I mean, she has changed this franchise. An all-WNBA selection multiple times. New York has made the playoffs every year Sabrina's been healthy. And she was a big reason the Liberty won their first title ever in 2024.
Now here's Ionescu. Here's Stewart. No good off the back of the rim. Now here's Carrington. Covered by Ionescu. Here's Stevens. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Outside, Lainey Hamilton. Pass to Stewart. The kick out to Ionescu. Good on the triple.
Well, Ionescu has the kind of range that you simply have to respect. She's such a reliable three-point shooter.
Outside Stevens.
And here's Cardoso.
From outside, off the mark.
Sabali down low, covered by Cardoso.
Jones outside. Stewart. Sabrina Ionescu from outside.
Mila Cardoso gets the board.
Some great tight defense right there. Got right up on her and forced the miss.
Just close enough to bother her on the shot, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
New York leading.
Pass to Ionescu.
From deep.
They get it again.
Off with the layup. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Liberty up 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at the Liberty performance here. Guys, what are your thoughts?
Defense paying dividends for them through 1.
Coach has to be happy about their effort on that end. Just a lot of hustle.
Now here's Jackson.
Outside Williams. Cloud. And she banks in the layup.
A nice little wrinkle to her game. At 6 feet, Cloud is a big guard. Helps her inside.
Well, it's hard to believe, but Natasha Cloud has been in the league for a decade. Really impressive.
Especially when you consider she was a second-round pick. Cloud is an elite defensive guard. Great at the point of attack, and she runs such a good offense as well.
Now here's Cloud. Right side, Stevens. Rebound, New York.
You know, typically she has the touch to finish when she's in that tight. Not sure what happened there.
And here's Johannes. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Sheldon outside.
Stevens in the post.
She's covered by Allen.
Pass to Williams. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
And in the crowd for this Liberty game, a happy Mikal Bridges on hand.
Oh, a big Liberty fan himself. Mikal loves what he's seeing tonight. Wants to see more of the same from New York.
Time called here. The Sky decide to talk it over. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Clock at 4. That ties it up.
And this is big for Natasha Cloud's confidence because when she's hitting from downtown, it helps her get into a rhythm offensively.
Shots good by Jones.
She picked her out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Jackson outside.
Back to Cloud. Stevens. There's a screen by Cloud. Outside Stevens. The 3. Cloud can't get it to go.
A familiar face rejoining the Sky, point guard Courtney Vandersloot.
The league's all-time leader in assists per game. Vandersloot spent her first 12 seasons in Chicago, spent the last 2 years in New York, winning the title in 2024. She's back in the Windy City, running the show this year.
And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
As she is not happy right now. You can tell she is really hurting.
That's a real shame. I mean, it's just hard to tell how serious it is right now, but I'm sure we'll have an update soon.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Lainey Hamilton.
Chicago with the rebound.
Here's Diggins.
She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
And it's Carrington missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
Now here's Vandersloot. Pass to Cardoso. Here's Diggins.
And she finishes nicely on the layup.
Good job to create the easy bucket.
Now here's Allen.
Johannes. Off target with the three.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter play. Pass to Diggins. Cardoso.
And she drops in the layup off glass.
Now here's Ionescu. She's got 6. Outside, Lainey Hamilton.
Hits it from three-point range.
Nice pass. She got that ball right into her teammate's shooting pocket, and it yielded great results.
Pass to Diggins. And here's Cardoso. Here's Diggins.
Out to Vandersloot. And she's good on the three ball.
The defense has to respect Vandersloot's range. Can't let her get space from those corner spots.
After missing the 2023 season on maternity leave, it's great to have Skylar Diggins back in action.
No doubt. One of the most dynamic guards the league has ever seen. Diggins didn't miss a beat, averaging 15 points and 6 assists last year. Into her mid-30s, she's still got it.
Here's Diggins. Here's Cardoso.
Yep, count it. New York leading.
Pass to Johannes.
Ionescu. And there's the call on Stevens. That is her first foul of the game. Now Stewart. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Allen. Ionescu. Vandersloot defending. That one good for 2.
And Ionescu never seems to get rattled on the court. The shot clock was winding down, but she didn't care.
Here's Diggins. She's covered by Allen. And the basket by Diggins.
Showing a lot of quickness right there. Tough to keep up with.
Allen with it.
Looking for her first basket still in this one.
Pass to Phoebish.
The kick out to Ionescu. And the Liberty getting another bucket right there.
Excellent release from mid-range. Ionescu has a gift for getting to her spots offensively.
Here's Diggins.
And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half.
It's the Liberty up by 4. And we will be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half to get underway. And, you know, no surprise, but Ionescu has been exceptional here, guys.
And those threes have been dropping for her. Absolute dead-eye shooting in that first half.
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, this could not have been a more productive day for her from long range.
And guys, we asked for it for years, and it's here. Expansion in the WNBA.
Yeah, if any of you have been paying attention to us the last few years here on 2K, Brian, Blake, and I have been asking for expansion for a long time. We are all excited to see Golden State. You know, the best part is the extra roster spots for deserving players. I mean, who isn't happy to see a new team? And guess what? There's more games as well.
Oh, I'm ecstatic. Yeah, I mean, it's great to see the league continuing to grow, guys. And we're just getting started.
Allen's shot is off. Chicago trailing here. Pass to Stevens.
Carrington. Here's Diggins. Back to Cardoso.
Some solid defense from Satu Sabali.
Here's New York now.
Stewart with the bucket.
She always knows where her teammates are going to be, and she'll have that ball there waiting for them.
Now here's Vandersloot, covered by Ionescu. And it's Carrington missing.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
Laney Hamilton.
And a miss there on the triple. Vandersloot with it, picked up by Stewart.
Pass to Diggins.
Vandersloot outside.
Now Cardoso.
And once again off the mark by Chicago. Ionescu outside. Outside Stewart.
Laney Hamilton.
Covered by Carrington. Pass to Ionescu. No good with the triple. Chicago with the ball. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half.
And when you watch Azurá Stevens, what is it that stands out to you?
Well, she's 6'6" to start and excellent at blocking shots, but she's also a very good three-point shooter. So with that length, shooting, and rim protection, Stevens kind of gives you a little bit of everything.
Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. She's hurt, and let's just hope she's okay.
Yeah, and from the look of her face, she's in a lot of pain.
Clearly, and it looks like she's coming out of the game to get it checked out.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half.
Pass to Cardoso.
To the inside. Here's Williams. Banked in off the glass.
She worked so hard on her post moves, her finishing. Williams thrives close to the hoop.
And here's Ionescu. She's got 16. Stewart, she's guarded by Williams. Pass to Allen.
Sabali. It's Cardoso with the rebound.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have passed.
Here's Diggins. She's covered by Allen. Screen by Cardoso.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot's good.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
Vandersloot outside.
Cardoso.
Vandersloot outside.
Cardoso up top. Diggins. She's covered by Allen.
Offline with the three.
I think that one could have easily fallen for her.
The D may have done just enough there.
Ionescu, right side. The three is up.
Laney Hamilton.
New York, no good that time either.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
Pass to Williams.
Harrington. Laney Hamilton covering. Here's Diggins.
Hits the front of the rim and out. New York leading. Ionescu up top. Trying to get back on track. That's in there. Satu Sabali with the dime.
It's been a great game for Ionescu so far, attacking on the offensive end and finding plenty of shots.
Pass to Diggins.
Here's the three. The three-pointer is on target.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's Allen.
Wyatt so far offensively searching for first points of the game.
Here's Diggins.
From the arc. The shot off that time. And we've reached the end of the third. Liberty out in front, up by 4. We'll be right back to the action when we return. And we're set to start up the action in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat.
Pass to Johannes. Back to Ionescu.
There's the triple.
They get the rebound. Laney Hamilton, that one's good.
That rebound and the follow, it shows you what she's all about. Gritty, determined, and a soft touch to match.
Now here's Cloud.
Back to Jackson. Laney Hamilton covering.
Three-pointer Natasha Cloud goes back up.
And it's Jackson with a bucket inside.
Crash the boards with purpose right there. Some hard-earned second chance points.
Outside, Laney Hamilton.
Johannes. We've played just over a minute here in the fourth quarter. From outside the arc. That shot off.
Well, with a clear look at the basket, she doesn't really miss a lot of those.
Covered by Ionescu. Jackson outside.
Pass to Williams.
Back to Jackson.
Fires for three. Johannes with the rebound. On offense, here the Liberty. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. From deep. She can't get it to go. Chicago trailing here. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, it's been a long time without a bucket. Focus.
Covered by Ionescu. Sheldon outside.
Misses the three.
Ionescu up top.
She's covered by Cloud.
Pass to Laney Hamilton.
And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot 2.
And the Liberty call time here.
I think the coach has to be frustrated by their lack of production offensively. And I can't blame them. They're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
And it's at the point where this slump is going to take a mental toll on them. It's a good timeout to try to keep them from getting too discouraged.
And they've gotten the looks, they've gotten open, but they just can't get them to fall.
And she knocks down the first one. That one misses.
Well, she did enough there. She made it a two-possession game at least.
Now over a decade in the league, Elizabeth Williams is so steady.
A 6'3 center, Williams is a pure 5. Doesn't take threes, an elite rebounder and defender. These coaches love having her on their side.
Now here's Vandersloot. And the three off target. Now here's Stewart. Be right on her.
Lainey Hamilton, that one's good.
You see the vision from Stewart there. That's something that every coach in the league would appreciate.
Pass to Diggins.
The tray buries the long-range jumper.
Oh, some quick retaliation right there, huh, guys?
Yeah, it sure didn't take him long to go and get those 3 points back.
Now here is Stewart. Ionescu outside. Back to Stewart. The second chance effort, and the layup is good.
Not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
And it'll happen again and again if they don't put more effort into boxing out.
And that's what it's all about, Brian. Rebounding, effort.
Add another make to her scoring column. Her 5th basket of the game, now shooting 5 for 11.
Pass to Lainey Hamilton.
Ionescu outside to the paint. Elizabeth Williams pulls it in. And so it's Chicago with it. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter.
Here's Diggins.
She's covered by Allen. Vandersloot, no good. New York leading. Now here's Allen. Outside, Sabali. The three-pointer off the mark. Now Vandersloot.
Pass to Diggins.
Back to Vandersloot. Now Carrington. That three off the mark.
Closing down on leads is done by making smart plays on offense and taking care of the rock. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
And they double up Sabrina Ionescu. Back to Stewart. Outside, Sabali. Just 3 to shoot. Ionescu.
On both ends, Vandersloot works hard to make an impact. She gives her all to shut the shooter down.
Buries it. What a beautiful shot to bring them within 3.
Big time bucket at a big time moment. Carrington showing some serious nerve in a pressure situation.
A smart foul there to try to extend the game.
Yeah, this isn't over, but the clock's as much of a problem for them as the score is right now.
They need some missed free throws.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And she's able to hit the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Here's Vandersloot. Puts up a 3.
Shot by Diggins, no good.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Two shots. Last on the first.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up 5. she goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Timeout.
No mistakes there, and I think you can close the book on this one, guys.
Time called here. The Sky decide to talk it over.
They still got a little time to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Yeah, it could, but they're going to need some help any way you cut it, Tim. They'll be hoping for some missed free throws at the other end.
But hey, we've seen some crazy things happen.
Left side, Carrington.
Courtney Vandersloot for 3. And so it's New York winning this one. This one was up for grabs right until the dying seconds.
And you know, I think what stood out was they showed their character when it mattered, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
That'll do it for our broadcast, everyone.